Hello, my name is Christopher Parra. I'm the Director of the Department of Urban Planning and Environment. It is my pleasure to present to you a summary of the bylaw number 58-101. The affected area by this bylaw is the Charles E. Frost site. The Charles E. Frost site is located north of the service road of Highway 40 and south of Brunswick Boulevard. It runs from Charles E. Frost Street all the way to the eastern limit of the town. Currently, the existing zoning allows for light industrial as well as heavy industrial activities throughout the site. The site is divided in two zones, Zone 310M and 318M. Both these zones permit light to heavy industrial activities. The proposed modifications by the bylaw are to attain two objectives. For the north section of the site, it is to create a new residential neighborhood according to the vision of the task force. The south section, the objective is to retain a light industrial use with no heavy industrial activity. I invite everybody that would like to have more information on the vision that was developed by our task force, which included local residents, to look at the virtual presentation of June 22nd, which is really an unveiling of the outcome of the citizens' participatory planning process. This video can be found on the town's website under the tab Sustainable Development, Charles E. Frost Development Project. Now, let's look at the objectives of Bylaw 9058-101 more in detail. The objective really is to protect the vision established by the task force, and it aims at replacing the existing industrial zones 310M and 318M by four new zones: Zone 164R, Zone 165R, Zone UM 102, as well as Zone 325M. Now let's look at a description of all these zones. We'll start with Zone 164R, situated at the western side of the site. The authorized uses will be residential only. Detached single-family dwellings of 2 stories maximum will be the only types of building authorized in this zone. The applicable particular provisions for this zone will be identical to the adjacent residential zone 148R, which is situated just west of the zone 164R. And it is composed, the streets that are in that zone are, for example, Place Champagne, Place du Chardonnay. Zone 164R will be subject to a site planning and architectural integration program. This is a urban planning regulation tool that will ensure that any development project that is submitted for this area will have to be of a very high architectural standard and quality. Let's look now at Zone 165R. The authorized uses in this zone will be residential only. Single-family dwellings, duplex, triplex, and multifamily 2 to 4 stories according to the following perimeters. For buildings located less than 20 meters from the Brunswick Boulevard right-of-way, the maximum number of floors will be limited to 2. The maximum height authorized will be 10 meters. For buildings located 20 meters or more and less than 120 meters from the Brunswick Boulevard right-of-way, the maximum number of floors authorized will be 3. The maximum height authorized will be 12 meters. Now, for buildings located 120 meters or more from the Brunswick Boulevard right-of-way, the maximum number of floors authorized will be 4. And the maximum height authorized will be 16 meters. As it is the case for Zone 164R, Zone 165R will also be subject to a site planning and architectural integration program in order to ensure that any development project submitted to the town will have to be to the highest architectural quality. Now let's look at zone UM 102. The authorized uses are mixed, residential and commercial, multifamily residential dwellings, as well as local shops. Heights will be limited to 2 to 12 stories within the zone. The authorized commercial uses will be local shops such as bakeries, flower shops, banks, medical clinics, hairdressers, convenience stores, etc. These are the types of local shops that will be used by the local population of this area. Zone UM 102 will also be subject to a site planning and architectural integration program. Now let's look at the zone to the south, Industrial Zone 325M. The authorized uses will be light industrial as well as some commercial uses. 8 stories will be the maximum amount of stories authorized in this zone. The authorized industrial uses. These uses are categorized in groups. Group A includes technological research and development, data processing, and other similar activities. Group B includes manufacturing of new materials or new products. Group D are facilities for distribution. Group H, storage facilities for residential and office products. As I mentioned, some commercial activities or uses will also be authorized. These are categorized in classes. We have Class A, which are offices for professionals as well as medical clinics. Class B, which are a variety of services, as well as Class C1, which are hotel facilities. Class D1 and D2, which are establishments whose principal activity consists of serving meals. Here we understand that we are talking about restaurants, as well as Class E4, which are indoor recreation facilities, such as gyms, workout areas, and other similar facilities. I would like to thank everybody for listening to me. If you have any questions on Bylaw 9058-101 or the vision that was established by the task force, I invite you to email me or to call me directly. Thank you very much.